Say hello everybody, good afternoon. So yesterday I was going to do a little update video to show you part of the order that came in to go inside the girls' third cage, but I decided to hold off on that and wait for it to all come in so that I could turn around and just get it completely set up and then show you guys everything. So we just got done sweeping out the cages real good, and getting everybody some fresh hay and getting them some fresh veggies out here. You'll kind of notice that here during salad time I kind of like shift the bowls around. I do that because Queenie and Sweetie have reached the age to where they don't need the extra calcium. They actually need to go to a lower calcium diet. But because the youngest one still needs extra calcium, I kind of have to shuffle the bowls around because Honey gets both parsley and cilantro and bell pepper, where the girls get cilantro one day with their bell pepper and cucumber and stuff like that, and then like the next day they'll get parsley with just like bell pepper, because I'm slowly trying to get them used to a lower calcium diet. But because the youngest baby still needs extra calcium because she's, under the 6-month mark, I kind of have to play roulette with the bowls to make sure that they don't get a hold of all of her parsley and celery, cilantro, because now that Queenie and Sweetie have hit the 6-month mark, I have to be extremely careful with their calcium intake, even more so now. But Honey, still being as small as she is, she actually needs the extra calcium. Before I do an actual cage tour to highlight like the entire guinea pig setup and talk about some of the new items that we got in and that we're trying, first I wanted to actually talk about some of the confusion that I had going on with housing a very young pup with phasing into adult guinea pigs. One of the biggest confusions on the internet, I think, and that I found extremely confusing was they turn around and say that a guinea pig under 4 months needs alfalfa hay and alfalfa pellets. Other sources on the internet say that a guinea pig 6 months and under needs alfalfa hay and pellets. Well, here's what I've discovered. So I read all this stuff about, Honey needing extra calcium and it needing to be alfalfa hay. So I went and got regular old alfalfa hay, like the way that it comes in the Timothy hay, and I got the alfalfa cubes, which is a compact, dense form of alfalfa hay. And here's what I've discovered. Number one, guinea pigs do not really like alfalfa hay. I know that the girls have always enjoyed like orchard grass, and I know that they've always enjoyed their Timothy hay because it's long strains of grass. Alfalfa hay is not strain at all. It's more of like stalks and clippings. And then when I tried the alfalfa cubes with Honey, she didn't particularly like the cubes much either. So I started getting concerned and really confused. And I turned around and watched Skinny Pigs 1 and Little Adventurers on some of their dietary things that they do for their piggies. And I did some more research and I discovered that guinea pigs do not really like alfalfa hay. Alfalfa hay is fed mostly to horses because horses need all that extra calcium and stuff, and rabbits. Not as much as horses, but still rabbits enjoy alfalfa hay. So guinea pigs do not. So what I've done is I'm just giving her a double serving of parsley and cilantro, meaning she gets a serving of that in the mornings and she gets a serving of that in the evenings, along with bell pepper and some cucumber. Just like she gets extra parsley and extra cilantro along with the other stuff that I feed Queenie and Sweetie, to give her extra calcium because she doesn't like alfalfa hay. So if you have a really young guinea pig, do not waste your money on buying alfalfa hay. I spent almost $30 on 2 different types of alfalfa hay products to discover, one, guinea pigs don't really like that crap, and two, you can just simply give your really young guinea pigs servings of higher calcium vegetables until they reach the age to where their bones no longer need the extra calcium to form correctly and be strong. So that's the newest discovery for the girls. I'm actually kind of relieved to find out that me second guessing the alfalfa hay was not really a bad thing. It was actually a good thing, because alfalfa hay is also very potent and very strong, and for their little bitty bodies, they won't process all of that potency very well, and it could lead to stomach problems, obesity, bladder stones. And anybody who's ever had a guinea pig that's had bladder stones, I have not yet, thank goodness, because I still try to I still try to monitor exactly how much calcium the girls get, and I have the Guinea Lynx calcium chart, so I know what vegetables are really high up there and what vegetables are really low. I go by that chart when feeding the girls. So I'm kind of relieved to know that my intuition about maybe this alfalfa hay is not a good thing because she is not liking it was actually right. So now that we've talked about that, and I've given you new guinea pig owners some very good advice about alfalfa hay, and the girls are starting to settle down, even though the pecking order now that Honey's been here a couple of weeks, now that the pecking order has begun with the girls, as you've seen them chasing each other around, chattering at one another and all that good stuff, doing what guinea pigs do. As you can see, Sweetie's all decked out there. Look at that little black foot. That's the only black foot she has on her whole body. How freaking adorable is that? I mean, look at her. She's like, I'm full, I don't care, Mom, stop trying to put me on camera, I'm full. Oh, there she is. I'm kind of getting, it's kind of comical because the girls aren't mean. As you can see, they're just kind of like Sweetie was trying to Sweetie humped Queenie earlier today. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when you add a new guinea pig into the mix, I'm going to let you know, sometimes everything just gets a little strange. I don't know what she's doing. I can't believe I just caught her rolling on camera. That was adorable. Like, that was beyond adorable. I don't think I could describe how adorable that just was. So, introducing Honey to Queenie and Sweetie has been adventurous. It's been a little like, oh my gosh, here off and on, but it's actually been good. Like, Honey is, getting closer to the girls. The girls are starting to kind of show her more of her place in the herd, so to speak. But now that everything's kind of calming down a little bit, and Honey is making sure to finish off every single piece of bell pepper left behind, we're going to do our little cage tour, just to show you guys the updates. You'll have to excuse me, I record my videos on my phone, so please, if I make you motion sick, I apologize. Plus, my rheumatoid arthritis is really flared up today, so me getting up and moving around has not been easy. So, as you can see, this is the original cage. This was the first Midwest guinea pig cage that we bought when we, before we got the girls. And as you can see, these litter pans are lifesavers. I originally trained the girls using disposable litter pans to get them used to the concept. It paid off because they pee in their litter pans about 95% of the time. My famous Critterware edible willow bark woven tunnels are in here. I did take out the homemade hay mangers simply because the girls were just getting to the point where they weren't liking it anymore. And I put back in my famous Snack Shack logs in the cages. We got some replacement toys from PetSmart last week. I had to replace a couple of the woven apples and a couple of the woven bananas. I got them another one of those really neat wooden toys that's got the ball in the center of it. Sweetie likes to pick those up. Queenie likes to pick those up and hit Sweetie in the head with them. Don't ask me why, but they do. So cage number 1. And then here's the little pellet section that they got going on over here. So then we crossed the bridge into cage number 2. Now this is the second cage that we bought a couple of weeks after we got the girls, just to make sure what on earth is going on over there? Sweetie, you're being a drama queen. Good baby, look at you. Like I said, she just proved my point. Our guinea pigs pee in their litter pans 95% of the time. Even the newest little lady, she's starting to get used to the litter pan, which is excellent because I use fleece and it helps the fleece last a lot longer. So, back over the bridge into the second cage. This is the one that we bought 2 weeks after we got the girls. And we have a couple of the smaller bendy bridges that I've kind of curved to make little hideouts for Honey because there for the first almost complete week that she was here, she kind of stayed in this cage a little bit more. We have our famous Snack Shack log. We have some litter pans. And these are some of the new toys that I got. This is an oxbow woven carrot toy. The girls like to kind of chew on it here and there. Not big fans of it, but it's something different. And then I found this set at Petco of these little bark woven like whacker balls. And then I found this really cute little barbell style one. And then of course the little, wooden toy that's got the ball in it. So, and of course there's a second bowl of pellets. And then we're going to cross the Midwest Guinea Pig Cage Divider Bridge over into our third cage. As you can see, every cage has a water bottle in it. So it's literally a water bottle per pig. I think that Sweetie is trying to assert her dominance as queen female of the cage. So as I say, we're going to go, oh, there's Honey. Honey is like, these girls crazy, Mama. Why'd you put me in here with these crazy guinea pigs? Anyway, so we're going to go across the Midwest Guinea Pig Cage Divider into the third one. And this is where I want to highlight some of the new stuff that we got for the girls. First of all, this is a Katie self-standing hammock that's made for guinea pigs and mini rabbits. I bought this on Amazon because I thought it was awesome. It can serve as a hide or a hammock. As you can see, the girls have gotten in it already and tested it out. Don't know how long they laid in it, but they tried. Of course, my famous Katie Big Carrot Chew toys. I love these for the girls. The girls absolutely love these things. There's a third hay manger. There's a third Snack Shack log here, along with our third water bottle. Once again, another Critterware toy tunnel that we have, another litter pan for this one. And this is a grass woven toy ball set that I found on Amazon for $13.99. It comes with 6 of these. They're very big. This one is just your traditional like woven grass. And then this one is a combination of seaweed. It's a combination of seaweed, Timothy hay, orchard grass hay, that everything's woven into like a rope pattern, and then it's turned into a ball. And then this one is a coconut husk one that's woven in the same rope mixture that one over there is woven in. Like I said, $13.99 on Amazon for a 6-ball set, which I thought was pretty freaking awesome for the price. You know, I like to give the girls all natural toys that are grass based or wood safe based, like their tunnels are and their snack shack logs are, and even their little bendy bridges that they have, you know. I like to give them, you know, like safe grass and safe wooden based toys. I like to give them all natural toys to chew on and stuff for their teeth. The only thing that's not really considered all natural in their cage right now would technically be the bowls that they eat out of, the water bottles that they drink out of, and their litter pans. Other than that, everything, and the hammock part of the self-standing hammock. Other than that, everything else is pretty much like all natural, small pet safe, wood-based stuff. So the size of the girls' cage from the newest edition all the way around to the original one is 24 square feet of run space for the girls. Technically, this cage setup could house 6 guinea pigs very comfortably, but we're only going to be having 4. Our 4th one we're going to be getting in a few months, just to finish giving the girls time to get adjusted to one another. Now that I see that Sweetie is trying to assert her dominance over the herd as queen bee, so to speak, I definitely feel like waiting a few months and giving Honey some time to grow and get used to her sisters is a much better idea than just getting a 4th one like next week and then stressing them out by having 2 new little ones. And between Sweetie and Queenie, I will have to say that Sweetie has probably been the most patient with Honey. She also is the one who hasn't been very dominant. So I'm not really surprised that Sweetie's trying to assert her dominance now. Because for the first about a week and a half that Honey's been here, Sweetie's been the one that's been very nice to her. So it doesn't really surprise me that Sweetie's like, okay, you've been here, you're getting used to everything, now let me show you I'm Queen Bee. Queenie was actually the one that was very with Honey the first week and a half that she was here. So, but this is the cage setup. It is 3 Midwest guinea pig cages connected together. The first 2 cages that we have here, they're actually connected at the ends where the doors are. We took the doors off and we zip tied them together to just secure them to one another better. And we put the bendy bridges over there so the girls would have an easier time getting back and forth. Our 3rd one is connected the same way. The divider that you get with the Midwest Plus guinea pig cage is what we used to connect the 3rd one to the 2nd one. And pretty much what we did was we made sure that we hooked both the cage itself as well as the divider into one another. And then I simply, if you can see down here at the bottom, I simply zip tied the bottom of the cages together. And there's other points in the cage where you'll see like little zip ties at. And that's just to kind of help secure the frame a little bit more, to kind of make the frame a little bit stiffer, so that it's not as flexible, so to speak. So that's how they're all connected. And then for this side, now this end is connected into the second cage and it's zip tied for security. And then at the end right here, we have the anti-slip mats that you can buy to like use in your cabinets and stuff for like your dishes and everything. We actually put that underneath this end of the third cage because as you can see, like the third cage is not against the wall. So just to make sure when they're doing Piggie NASCAR 500, they don't like fly into the side of it and all of a sudden we hear this humongous racket and squeaking everywhere. We put this anti-slip mat underneath that edge to just restrain any type, the cage being able to really move. I am going to eventually get some double-sided Velcro. That way I can actually Velcro the cage to the table on that end. Just to, give some extra security there. So, but this is the cage, 24 square feet of run space. That's 3 Midwest guinea pig cages hooked together. And this is the newest end of it. As you can see, Queenie's just kind of down here chilling and exploring. I wouldn't be surprised if Queenie didn't kind of make this end her own. And then our other original ones. This one here, this second cage, Honey really likes this one. And Sweetie has always been fond of the very first cage. In that corner. I think that's one of the reasons why she's kind of trying to assert her dominance in the herd. So, Honey and Queenie knows, hey, this is my favorite one and this is my favorite corner, leave it alone. Kind of thing. But yeah, so this is the big cage update. We finally did it. We finally have the girls in the size cage that I want. And they are really liking it. They have a lot of run space. And I'm just really happy with the whole setup now. And as you can see, I made sure there's a bottle per cage. Also, that means there's a bottle per pig. So, but yeah, this is their new little oasis. So now that the girls are getting ready to kind of calm down for the night, now that their little bellies are full of fresh hay and veggies, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye. You gonna say bye?